What's going on, everyone? It's Sean with another Tesla video, and in this one I answered the question you probably all are thinking about: where has Sean been? Over the last week I've been in California for 3 different events. I first arrived to California about a week ago, flew into San Francisco, picked up a Model S on Turo, and drove directly down to Los Angeles. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you probably saw me stopping at various Supercharger locations, and one of my favorites by far was Kettleman City, where they've got 40 stalls, a cafe, restrooms, and a little lounge area. Super cool, super impressive, really like that one, and I hope that Tesla does more of those. I was in Los Angeles to meet up with Eric Strait, or many of you know him as Derek, fellow YouTuber and Denverite. We got invited to speak at a blockchain conference. Now, I know nothing about blockchain, and I'm sure Eric doesn't know much about blockchain either, but we were asked to come and talk about our Model 3 Hypermile record that we set back in May of 2018. I'll put a link in the video description to one of the articles that was written about that. They asked us to come and talk about how hypermiling is like running a startup. So we covered 5 different topics. I'll put the link to our presentation in the video description as well, in case you're curious about how we tied hypermiling a Model 3 to business strategies. After that event was over, I drove directly back up to Los Angeles, and through the middle of the night, since our speaking time slot was late in the evening, I did squeeze in a lunch with my sister who lives in LA, and then headed right back up to LA, drove through the night literally, and got back into Los Angeles about 7 a.m., crashed for a couple of hours, and then picked up my wife and 2 of the Denver Tesla board members, where we attended a Tesla Club Leadership Summit. This Leadership Summit was represented by 36 clubs from around the globe, including clubs from the UK, Norway, Australia, Belgium, and a whole host of clubs here in North America. Our intention was to get together, collaborate, strategize, and talk about how we as clubs can better serve owners and ensure that Tesla owners have the best experience possible when they take delivery of their Teslas. The event included a tour of the Fremont factory, which was really cool, and it just kind of brought everything to a culmination. I have a lot better respect for how these cars are made, and unfortunately I don't have any photos or videos of that because they requested that we not take photos and videos inside of the factory, but I can tell you that it was really cool being my first time through that factory. We also shared ideas on things that are working in different clubs, whether clubs charged a membership fee or raised revenue through sponsors, which is how Denver Tesla Club does it. Also really interesting just to kind of see some of the different and exciting things that these clubs are accomplishing. I learned that the Tesla Club of Norway does an annual event out on a frozen lake every winter, where they have owners out on the lake driving around, and they do this in partnership with a local Norwegian tire company, and the tire company installs right there on site different snow tires so that owners can get an idea about how different tires perform in the snow and ice. The United Kingdom Tesla Club did an event over the summertime where they gave over 10,000 rides to people, a part of one of the largest, if not the largest, car show in Europe. And lastly, I had a chance to talk with the leaders of the Tesla Club of Australia, where they were instrumental in installing charging stations around the perimeter of the entire country of Australia. As you can see in the screenshot here, before they started their efforts, the east coast of Australia was very well represented with Tesla superchargers, but the rest of the perimeter of Australia had little to no infrastructure for getting around. This club was instrumental in helping get that done. So it was my first experience at this leadership summit, but I can say that it was great meeting everyone, and I look forward to attending next year to help build off of this. And as you'll see here in the screenshot, Elon Musk shared out an article written about this event that we had. And so if you are watching this video and you are a Tesla owner, I'll put the link to this article from Inside EVs in the video description. And you can read all about this, some of the stuff I've mentioned in this video, but there'll also be a link in that article where you can find the closest club to you and get involved. If you don't see a club in your area, please let me know and I'll be happy to connect you with the right person. And then lastly, once the summit was over, my wife and I took advantage of an extended stay here in San Francisco and sight saw. Did all the typical touristy things like see the Golden Gate Bridge. We did some wine tasting. We also ate some fantastic seafood. But now we're about to wrap up here and head back to Denver. Can't wait because I've been away from my kids for an entire week. Hope this catches you up on all the exciting things that I've been up to the last week and hope you're doing well. If you thought this was an interesting, insightful video, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. I'll see you on the next video.